V'zehu inyan ve'ahavtes havaya elokecha shomim b'kriyas Shema. This is the idea that you should love Havaya your Elokah, that we say in Kriyas Shema, Pirusha ha'ava hu she'yihye b'chinas Havaya shureh becha. That is, that the love should be that the name Havaya should rest in you, lihiyos Elokacha, to be your Elokah, b'chinas Giloi, in a revealed state, Dahainu Kana, like we said, be'inyan Baruch Havaya, that Hashem is blessed. Shiyumshach Shem Havaya b'chinas Giloi, that the name Havaya should be drawn down in a revealed state. Shisma Pa'el Mizeh b'lev Chulu, that you should be aroused in your heart in this. V'zeu Pirush V'ahavta, and that's what it means that you should love. Shoresh Halamed, the Shoresh Halashon Nilkach Milashon Ava, that the root of this language is taken from the word Ava, Shu Perush Ratzon, that means to have a will. V'taiva, and a desire for something. Hey hanosefes, and the extra hey ba'ava hu hevel alev is the breath of the heart. Ki ava hu b'moach ve'ava hu b'lev, because the ava, the ratzon, without that extra hey, is in the mind, and ahava is in the heart because it has the breath. That when the will is drawn and spreads from the mind to the heart in a revealed state, that's called love. And that's why ve'ahavta is the gematria of light twice. That's the will that's in the mind, that's drawn and united with in a revealed state with the will that's in the heart. Like it's brought in another place, and in the explanation of the pasuk in Shir Hashirim, you are beautiful, my love, beloved, as you will. Look over there. So it has the kesirtza, meaning like with the idea of ratzon. Look over there on the verse. Here you are beautiful, my beloved. And what is this will and desire in the heart to have Havaya in a revealed state? And that's that you should love the S. What Perush S? Ace. That S is like the word ace, which means time. With an S with an aleph is like ace with an ayin, which means la'ahov uperush ace who seder hazmanim. What does it mean? The ace, the time, is the order of times. V'yadua da'azman hu b'chinas nivra, and that is to say that we know that time is a creation. And the source of its creation is in Malchus. Is in his Malchus, maybe blessed that the concept of time, which is past, present, and future, does not have a connection to the infinite, may be blessed. Only in the attribute of his kingship may be blessed. That's where you can say that he is King Behova in a present state. Melech Lashon Avar, and was king in the past, Yimloch Lashon Asid, and will be king in the future. So it's found then that the life force and continuing existence of time, called Zman Kiyumo, its continuous existence, is only from his attribute of kingship, may be blessed, which is the revealed world. And therefore it's also called the time, the concept of, that's why Malchus is called time. So Seder's Manim in general is the idea of the preparation for creation of time. It's the more ethereal states of time as it is more concentrated and so forth in the higher worlds, or as it is in the midos. And like it says in Zohar on the verse, and you give them their food in their time, since he's the source of time. That's why it says be'itam, in their times. Since he's the source of time, which is not the case with that which is higher than Malchus. You can't say at all the idea of time. Now Malchus is also called S when you say V'ahavta S, and you're loving the S, ki S u'bechinas atafel, because the concept of the word S is something subservient to the main thing. Like our sages said, when it talks about it's flesh, so it says the word S doesn't refer to the flesh itself, but it comes to add that which is subservient to the flesh. And so to es havaya, ve'ahavta es havaya, and malchus nikres es. Malchus is called the es shu bechinas tafel l'shem havaya, that which is subservient to the name havaya. Kimidas malchus u'bechinas hagil hanimshach lahach yosa olamos, because the attribute of kingship is that revealed state that's drawn down to enliven the worlds. And the revelation is subservient to the essential hidden state of Shem Havaya. So that's V'ahavta Es Havaya. You love the revelation. So the V'ahavta is the Ratzon, is the revealed state of the Ava of the Ratzon. Like we said, that the Ahava is the revealed state of Ava. It's Ratzon with that extra Hey of the breath. And it's also called S because revelation is through the letters that are from the Aleph to the Taf. And therefore S and Ace are all one. They're both the concept of Malchus. The Shoresh Yisavus as Manai Bechinas Osios. To me, that's Malchus because the root of the creation of time is through the letters of the attribute of Malchus. And that's why it says you should love Es Havaya Perishah Ratzon, that is the Ahava, the will, Hu Sheyihya Giloi Hamshachas Shem Havaya Soviv Kol Almin, should have a revelation and drawing out of the name Havaya, which encompasses all worlds, Bebechinas Es, into the concept of Es, Shu Alma Diskalia, which is the revealed world. So Ve'ahavta Es Havaya, you should love Havaya to the S, reveal the Havaya to the S, to the Malchus Alma Diskalia, Zeugam Ken Perish Eis Le'ahov, and that's also that time that's brought in Koheles, the time to love, Li Yoschib or Vigila Shem Havaya Bebechinas Eis, that is to have a uniting and revelation of the name Havaya into the time. That is a revelation of the infinite beyond time into the concept of time. That through this the concept of S will be subservient and nullified to the name of Havaya in its revelation into it. Of Havaya into Malchus. And so too, through this you'll draw out a state of nullification in all of the creations that are created from these letters of Ace that are now nullified because the Shem Havaya is revealed into it. And there's two explanations in this idea of that you should love Havaya. The first is that you should draw down Shem Havaya to be enclosed into the concept of S, like we said, milamayla lamata, from above to below, v'zeu inyan shilav Havaya be'adnos. And this is the concept of uniting Shem Havaya into Adnai, v'hu bechinas yichud tata, that's the lower union, because you're drawing it down. Aval yesh lefarish od ve'ahavta shia as tafel agam lebichinas shem havaya. But there's another concept, and that is that the S should be nullified completely to the name of Havaya. Zeu inyan shiluv adnai adnus behavaya, and that's the concept of uniting adnai, the name adnai, into the shem Havaya. Shebechinas yichudei law, that's a concept of the supernal union, where the below is completely nullified to the above, instead of the above being drawn into and giving a bittul to the below. So this idea of Yichudei La and Yichudei Tata is explained in Shuvah Yisrael and in Tanyan and Shara Yichud. And with all of your hearts. So what is, now we explained V'ahavta Savaya, what does it mean? That's that the will should be drawn into a revealed state. The soch bechinas levavcha shtei levavos, to be drawn out into your hearts, both hearts, bate gavayo bate barai, the inner houses and the outer houses. Barai. Pnimi yisalev, v'chitzoni yisalev, that is the inner part of the heart, and the outer part of the heart, like it says, b'mistarim tivke nafshi, like Hashem cries, so to speak, in the inner part, but in the outer part is joy. And the second idea in B'chol Vavcha is that it implies two things. First is that it should be drawn down into the two hearts. And according to this, it means with all of your hearts, into two concepts that are within the hearts, within the heart. And the second is that with all of your hearts means that with all of your hearts you draw out that the love of Hashem should be in a concept of time to love, that the Ava should be drawn out into the Ace. Meaning that instead of saying that it's something that goes to the heart, B'chol Vavcha describes the process of how you accomplish V'ahavta Savaya. How do you accomplish V'ahavta Savaya? Through B'chol Vavcha, through that idea. You're able to draw it out, the Ahava to the Ace. Now the concept of the inner part of the heart, that's when it is grasped, belibo in a person's heart, and with the idea of you were shown to know ki havaya hu Elokim, that Hashem is the Elokim, inod milvado, and there's none other. Upnimizu afilu acharat tefila kol hayom, and this inner feeling, this inner recognition is even after prayer, kol hayom, after the whole day, shemizen nimshach v'asei tov, and that for me this is drawn, and you should do good. B'chol hayom sheni sharishim uchulu. That you have a sumirava asei tov. This gives you the asei tov the whole day, that there remains a residue of this recognition and feeling. From Shema, ubechinas chitzoni yisalev, and so that's pnimi yisalev. But the external part of the heart, ainu lekofes yitzro, that's when you force your inclination, the sur mirah, to go away from bad. Betachli is completely betchilat tzarchlios la'kafia l'sitra achra al kol panim, and at first you have to push the other side at least, and in the end automatically will come and reach that will flip darkness to light truly. That first you get yourself used to pushing the other side. That is like the statement that you close your eyes from seeing bad, and with all the desires, not to be drawn after your hearts. And then afterwards you'll be drawn to, and will come automatically, the idea of flipping. Now every person has this fundamental element of fire. And when you take away the heat from this world, when you cool down the desires, to take out the natural heat from all the pleasures of this world, that they shouldn't be with heat, but rather to get oneself used to doing these things in a cold way. In the matters of this world, then automatically this ability, this strength of fundamental element of fire will be strengthened in the love of Hashem. So you don't have to actively activate the love towards Hashem, but when you take that heat away from this world, it automatically will go towards Hashem. That's what he's saying, that the iskafia leads automatically to hishavcha. And like the statement to Moshe, take your shoes off your feet, that take off the coarseness and the garments that hide, that those are the concepts of the body, that they're compared to a shoe, which is the thick, coarse garment on the body. It's and when you compare the different garments a person wears, so the shoes are the coarsest. So this statement, take off your shoes, also spiritually means when you're preparing yourself for nevuah, you take off the coarse garments of the body, the physical desires, and so forth. What's brought on the verse, how beautiful are your feet in their shoes. And then you'll automatically reveal the inner part of the heart, and that's the idea that it says that the place that you're standing on is holy. So we're saying that this happens automatically by taking off the shoes, and even if you don't feel it, it can happen in the as time goes on. That the heat of desire towards the heat of natural desire will be turned to divinity without even recognizing that you're feeling it. Only that you should see that at first that you're pushing. And all of this is the idea of blessing Havaya, that we draw out the name of Hashem in a revealed state. And that's the concept of the purpose of creation as described in the Zohar, in order to know Him. So this is how you know Him. You draw out the name of Havaya, that it should be personal, that you should love Havaya, like it says in Shema ve'ahavta es Havaya. That in place of darkness of this world, that's where it should flip to light. And the idea that you should know Him, bechinas das ve'hakara, is a concept of knowledge and recognition. Ki das mischalik lechesed ve'gvura, because knowledge is divided into kindness and strength. Das is that. So that's the concept of love and fear. Bechinas ahava ve'yira shebalev, love and fear that's in the heart. So when you say Shema, that's the purpose of creation, to not know Hashem, that it should come and be in a revealed state in your heart with love and fear. V'gam das lashon hargasha, and das is also a language of feeling. So you have hakara and hargasha. Shenirgash v'nispal mizeh, that you feel it and you're aroused from it. Like it says, you were shown to know. Ladas, meaning to say, to feel. Therefore, klippos don't have this concept of recognition and knowledge. That even if they have wisdom and understanding, that which is the recognition of the greatness of Hashem. Nonetheless, is not drawn from this the arousal for themselves, meaning even if they recognize Hashem, they still rebel, so it's not drawn down into das by them. Therefore, the main thing is that you should know, meaning dishtimudon is from lashon das, that the purpose of creation is the knowledge of Hashem, the recognition in das, which is hakara and hargasha, because chachma and bina is not enough. So the purpose is then dishtimudon, the das, shebechinas das ve'hargasha, which is a concept of knowledge and feeling. Shemizen nimshach ava v'yira kanal, that from this comes the love and the fear, like we said. V'zeu al yishalal chacham b'cham asachulu. And then this we say that the wise person should not praise himself with his wisdom. Kim bizos yishalal hamishalel. Only with this, the one who praises should praise. Haskel v'yadosi, to know, to understand and know me, meaning specifically v'yadoa, with the das. Sheknishin nimshach min hachachma bebechinas das, that when you draw the haskel, which is chachma, into v'yadoa, the concept of das, you draw down the chachma to the das, v'akaradavkin, to recognition specifically. Ukamaymet hakiras borodavka, like the statement that Abraham recognized his creator. It doesn't say he knew about his creator, it means that he recognized specifically the idea of das. Nispor inyan v'ahavta avaratzon. We explained the idea of ahavta, that you have ava is will, ava habalev, which is a love in the heart, ma'u haratzon. And what is this will? Lihiyos havaya begiloi, to have havaya in a revealed state, bebechinas es, ace lahov, with the concept of es, which is also this idea of the time to love of Koheles, that this concept of es and ace is malchus, mikorazman, the source of time, and nekregamkin es hatafel, and is also called es hatafel, that which is subservient because it's batal shagiloi, batal legabe hahelam, that the revelation is nullified in comparison to the hidden state. So malchus is nullified to the havaya. Above it, gam es osios. So to s is the letters aleph to saf. Etzarchlius bechinas hamshach bechinas havaya be'es, and you have to draw down the havaya into the s. That's v'havta es havaya. O ha'es is batel, or indeed from the other way, that instead of drawing havaya into the s is nullified. Above lihavaya shiluv to the havaya, which is shiluv adnai into the havaya. That's with all your hearts. Bategavai, that's you have the inner parts of the heart, the inner houses. Pnimis halev, the inner part of the heart. Ayin tes v'chitzonius. And you have also the external part, chilal. I'm not sure what ayin tes is. And you have the external part, chilala kafya. First is to push away sur mirah, which is to go away from bad, otzaminav, to close your eyes, and afterwards is drawn to flip it to the coldness towards this world. That will draw out the element of fire towards Hashem. Shal nalchachulu. Shal nalecha is the idea of take off your shoe, your coarseness. And that's the purpose of creation. When we say Shman ve'ahavta, in order to know Hashem, recognize Him, by pushing away the bad, we'll automatically come to know Him. Das mikor chesed v'gvura. And the knowledge of Hashem is the source for the kindness and strength, the love and fear.